Hi guys, sorry it's so dark and I look so rough. I was literally just about to go to bed, and just as I was going to bed I just checked my emails and stuff, and I checked my YouTube inbox, and I was quite surprised to have a message from somebody who I've never spoken to before, and it was quite a long message, and I don't really know how I feel about it, if I'm quite honest. I think I actually feel a little bit upset, not because somebody asked questions, because that's fine, and people can ask questions. I'm more than happy to discuss things with people. I think it was just more maybe the way it was asked. I don't know. So I thought maybe I'd read out the message. It was actually 2 messages. So I thought I'd read out the messages to you and then read you the response that I wrote, and I'd be interested to hear whether what you would have thought, receiving that message, and whether you thought my response was appropriate. Anyway, let me just read you the message. Okay, it says, I have questions. See, you are a beautiful grown woman. 1. Why do you self-harm? Why do you do that to yourself? 2. You have a beautiful body. Why do you hate yourself? You can eat everything that you want because you're skinny. How come you have an eating disorder? I'm fat and I can't eat everything. It's just dangerous for my heart to be so fat. Plus I look like an elephant. How can you hate your body? 3. Why do you self-harm for 12 years, and why can't you stop it? I mean, it's so easy to stop. Why can't you just isolate yourself from the things that you use for cutting? Don't keep blades and everything like that in your house. Hit the wall instead of cutting. 4. I really feel sorry for you, but I don't understand why you self-harm for years and can't stop when it's so easy. How can you hate yourself? 5. What happened in your life that hurt you so much? 6. And why do you cut your arms? It's so hard to hide scars there. You knew you were going to get scars. Why arms? 7. And really, why do you start cutting at 14? You can hit a punching bag or hit yourself. It doesn't leave scars. Can you answer, please? I'm not feeling good because I just don't understand something and I want to understand it. I'm 17. And then the second message is, I might sound immature, but I really can't understand you and want to know something. I'm not a happy person, but I don't understand why people self-harm. I'd not do that because it hurts and it leaves scars. I don't understand why can't skinny people like you eat properly. I eat everything even though I shouldn't do that. Food is my only happiness, and I'm fat and still can't live without food. I'm jealous of skinny people because they can eat everything. You are so lucky that you can eat everything, like fast food. Plus, I don't have money to buy fast food. You are skinny, you have money, why can't you eat everything? So that was the 2 messages that I received from this person. And like I said, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's just the way it was worded, but it did kind of upset me for a bit. And it took me a while to think about what I wanted to write back. So this is what I wrote back. I hope you think it's okay. Hi, thank you for your interest in learning more about the issues I suffer from. I suffered from many traumas as a child, including sexual abuse, emotional abuse and neglect. I learned ways of coping with this trauma, which unfortunately were not healthy ways of coping. When at such a young age you develop these coping mechanisms and you become to rely upon them, they become a huge part of your life, and it can be very hard to break. Believe me, I would love to stop all of my self-destructive behaviours, but it isn't that easy. I am heavily scarred all over my body from self-harm, and this cannot be changed. I wish I could take all of the scars away, but I can't. I have to live with the fact that I've done this to myself for the rest of my life. With regards to eating, restricting food became a way to gain control over my life. Imagine if you have never felt control over anything, and then magically you find this way that suddenly makes you feel in control and powerful. Well, that is what my eating disorder does for me. I think these issues are very hard for someone to understand unless they have been through them themselves. They are never easy to stop, otherwise we would have all stopped a long time ago, or never have started them in the first place. I hope this has answered some of your questions. So, I don't know. I kind of sent that, and I hope that it has helped explain to this person a few things. I just don't know. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on how you would have responded to receiving that message. And yeah, I hope you guys are well, and like I said, I'm sorry it's all dark and stuff. I literally was just going to bed. Yeah, anyway, take care, bye.